In this next video I'm going to cover the fairly impressive PVR facilities with the Fortec-Star high definition digital terrestrial receiver. Now when we say this box is PVR ready, what we mean is both the hardware the software and the remote control is all set up to allow you to record, rewind, pause live television. All that's missing is a hard drive. So to overcome this, what we do is we simply click in an external hard drive. In this particular case, what we have here is a 250 gig external hard drive, the box will work with either FAT32 or NTFS, which are the two most common formats there. Okay, what I'm going to do is, sort of unusually, I'm just going to show you how to disconnect the hard drive first of all, and then I'll just reconnect it. So the important thing when disconnecting is we simply power down the box. Okay, so once it's powered off and the lights go off, it's safe to disconnect. So I'll rotate around this box here, and what we do is we simply pull the lead out of the back of the box. So we can see it goes into the port that says USB 2.0. So we come along and we push the lead back in. There's two ways it can go in. There's a skinny and a fat side on it. So we just need to match skinny with fat, okay? To slot it in and we come along. Now we can actually connect it on when the box is turned on, because you know you can't damage there. And once it actually has been hooked in, you can see there's no LED lights in this. And in a moment when it kicks in, when it actually picks up on it, two LED lights. So the box is now aware of the presence of the external hard drive, okay? So there's a number of functionalities, possible ways of using these PVR facilities I want to display to you here. So first of all, just to show you the buttons I'm going to be using here, we have, there's a stop, a USB button here, there is a record button, a pause and a play, and then there is forwards and backwards here in speeds varying between 2 and 32 times normal speed. Okay, and also I'm going to show you how to use the EPG functionality here. Okay, so the first thing I'll do as I come along is, I think I'll show you how to use this in conjunction with an EPG here first of all. So I'm just going to flick onto, we'll say, RT1 here, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'll simply come along and I'll press the EPG button. I can see here that there is a program later today which I'd be quite interested in recording, we'll say GoldenEye. Okay, so I arrow down as far as this program here. So I can see that it's a film with Pierce Brosnan and things like this, and I say, oh, this is of interest to me to record. So what I want to do is I come along and I press the OK button to book it. And we come along then anyway, and okay, we record here, right? And then we move up to once. Do we want to record it once or on a daily basis? So obviously it's a once-off film, so we just want it once. And what we do here now is we simply click OK. And we've added this to a record list. So we can see anyway, there's a program we've set to record between this film here, and then there's a later program in RT1 also. If we chose a program that we wanted to not record, we can simply come along, hit the blue button. It asks us if we want to delete it off the list, and I will. So at 25 past 3, it'll kick in, it'll record that program for us automatically, okay? Even if the box is set to a different channel, it'll still work, okay? So we simply exit out the button. So that's how to set up the record facility on it. Now, if we're looking at a program, we'll say, in this particular case, let's say I just flick over to RT2 and I can see a program here, we'll say The Love Bug is on, okay? So you might be interested in recording that. So what we do here is we come along and we just simply hit the record button. So when I press the record button here, which is just a red dot above a button, it's saying entering record, and you can see here we're now into 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds into it. So it's recording that directly onto the external hard drive. Now if I wanted it, while I'm recording this, I can actually flick to a different channel and it'll tell me that I'm recording on RT2 even though I've flicked over to TV3. Now if I turn back, we'll say, to RT2 here, we'll see we're 19 seconds, 20 seconds into it now. If I wish to stop recording, I simply come along and I hit the stop button. And do you want to stop recording? We say yes. In the meantime, it's continuing to record away, and now it's actually stopped recording, and that's actually has been saved onto the external hard drive, and I'll show you in a few moments of how to access that. Now the next thing to do is, we're looking at a television. We'll flick over to RT1 to demonstrate this. We're looking at television here, and the doorbell rings, so we decided we'd like to go and make a cup of tea. So we come along and we just use the pause button. So I hit the pause button here, and it says, entering recording, please wait, okay? So in a lot of ways it looks similar to the ordinary record, except now we can see the pause symbol being displayed on the television. So we're 6, 7, 8, 10 seconds into it, okay? So we just wait another period of time anyway to show a few features on it, which are just best to build up maybe 20 or 30 seconds of recorded material, and I can show you a few neat features with this record thing. So if we wanted to come along here and resume playback, I can either hit the play button or the pause button here. So I hit the pause button again, and we can see here that we're in a situation here now where we are, I just hit the pause button again, actually just to freeze this to display this a little bit better. We're 7 seconds into playback, and the amount of film we've recorded is 45, 46, 47, so it's continuously increasing. So if we wanted to just do ordinary playback, we can hit the pause or play button, and if we decided anyway that we would like to jump forward, we can use the forward buttons and forward at the speed of double normal time, which we have here. Press it again, it brings us to 4 times, 8 times, and equally we could decide to go backwards and go 2, 4, 8, 16 or 32 normal times. And when we get to the bottom of the program, we come along here anyway, and it'll automatically kick in, okay? So so that's it. So if we forward off to the very end of this thing and come back to live television, what will actually happen is it'll jump back to live television and it'll continue to record the program. Where if I simply hit the stop button now, it'll actually just stop. Okay, and it brings us directly into the PVR facility here. Okay, so how to bring up the PVR menu on it? You can hit. You can actually come along and you can simply hit a button on the just below the text button on the thing, which is USB, and it simply brings up the multimedia. And what we do here is we choose the PVR facility here. Now we'll actually cover fully the full media player on it in the next video. So we scroll down here as far as PVR record, and we come along and we press OK. And we can see the number of things we recorded here. So we can see on RTE1 on 2011 on the first month, which is January the 6th, at 15:23 we have a recording, and at 22 we have a recording as well. So to actually play that back then, we simply come along, we press the OK button, and we can actually see there, and to make it go to full screen size we hit the blue button, and that's basically it, okay? So it's a fairly nifty feature, works extremely well, very, very smooth. Often we'll say you'll have a lot of PVR ready boxes where it's very glitchy, doesn't work well, all the rest of it. You can't do record at a later time because the 7-day EB3 doesn't work. All of those things seems to work extremely well on it. You know, definitely in terms of this facility, what we're seeing on these boxes here, much, much better than most of the opposition. In fact, in my opinion, one of the best boxes I've seen in terms of PVR facilities. So that's it anyway, beginning to end, an overview of the PVR facilities on the new Vortex Star high definition digital terrestrial receiver.